Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect, back with you once again on this lovely Thursday evening. Just got to get the right thing here. Sorry being late. Crazy stuff's happening and all that good stuff. But you know what? I'm here. I'm live, and we got some stuff to talk about. As we'll get to what happened with Hangman in a minute. But let's top the rest of Dynamite here because Dynamite was actually surprisingly great. Great. I like the Brawling Birds debut. That was nice. The face to face we get to Kenny Omega versus Story Strickland. Great stuff. And also the opening match. Mark Davis is holy crap. That it man has had 3 matches in a row and just have some great stuff. He is great, and Moxley's great. Um, just for the Continental Classic, just great stuff there. I don't know what happened to Moxley, but man, he continues to just put, as one Irish man would say, banger after banger after banger, as the whole thing, as the whole thing would go. Anyway, you also had a very good TBS championship match. Nightingale Bane, Sophia, and Mia Sakawa. Deals, I honestly thought for a minute Mina was going to win, which I'm like, hey, you know what? Sometimes I got to shake things up, and now she lost. I mean, the only championship she seemed to have won was that intern championship, which is, and then she get hurt because of that, which, oh joy. It's I hope she get that championship, that energy eventually because she has a crowd that connects with them. She, Sophia was okay. She was good. She was okay. She was not good, but okay. She was okay. Bane and Nightingale is the match. I just wish Bane could actually win a match, a big one. Some would say she needs to Nightingale needs to hold the title for a long time. No, she's the babyface that doesn't need the championship as long. I think Lena Cross and Pelham Ford's gonna win the tag belts from him, and Nightingale loses to Megan Bain. And I think that will probably be the next thing because I think Nightingale needs to. She's the perfect baby face to chase, and I don't want her to have that long title run and just be like, it's been way too long. Whatever too long baby face. You know what I'm saying? Because it could just eventually spoil. It will spoil. It's going to spoil kids, and that's one of the main issues of that as well. Anyway, like I said, really good stuff. Setting up stuff there. The tag match. I hope Ishii is okay. Him and Orange Cassidy teamed up against the Dogs, which is right up there with the club and what wrestling's like. We can't say the Bullet Club. We can't say that. We just call it a club. We're done with the club because it's a sandwich. It's not one of the most. They can't say Bullet Club because we can say the club because hey, yeah, you get it, nudge, nudge. You get it, y'all get it. Y'all get it. See. We y'all. We're cool. We're cool. Are we cool? No, you're not. Anyway, that was good. I think Clark Connors. I always say he's much more of someone who connects with people, a babyface. But I don't know. It looks like he's found his place as a villain, and now Darby Allen. It's just sadly, is Darby Allen is just stuck in these feuds until um the championship thing is cleared up. I guess. Sure, why not? Okay. What else? I hope, like I said, Tony, she might have pulled something, but I didn't hear anything. I hope that he's okay, and I hope he will have a good, get back on his feet soon. I just came back from injury too, so man, that's just a rough. That's a rough type of thing that's happened. You know, yeah. Um. Anyway, um, but yeah, but yeah, the whole thing show was great. I really it just shows how um Dynamite can be, the situation. Even though there's some people who got sick, a little bit of a bug came around, and they still pulled off really a very great weekly show. Highly recommended. If you haven't seen the Omega Strickland match, I highly recommend that. Strickland, Omega, great chemistry. The action was on point. I thought honestly, they two just went all in on it and stuff. I mean, wow. And I think I felt like they were like going all the way and then holding things back because they know they have a eventual rematch coming. And and shout out by the way, Kevin Knight versus Beast Mortos. Good stuff, by the way. Just overall, really good match with him. But yeah, Omega Strickland. Strickland gets the victory was surprising to me. I thought they were gonna be like, looks like he's gonna have he has a visual pin. He's not gonna win. Kenny Omega wins via fluke, and then Strickland turns heel. I've seen this dance so many before, but no, um, you know, he wins. He just shows he was much more violent. Because I think Omega said, "Oh, you're not that dangerous anymore," and he proved them wrong. Like Strickland proved that man wrong. He is that violent person, as he not only took him down, beat him up after the match, hit a vertebraker on the announce table, and said he needed this. And well, looks like he does. So I think Strickland at this point, he's the next guy up at this point. I know Brody King and Brodito has their stuff there. I know they have like Andrade there, but what's this huge victory? I think Strickland's the next guy up for the world title, men's world title, and MJF and Adam Page. Oh boy, that's going to be a fun little thing there. But the face to face was interesting. Let me just get this thing here. Yeah, this was a great little face to face, and they really went into they basically are two people of the same coin of these two, and they people want the AEW title. These guys need the AEW men's world title, and then Hangman always ante up. He's like he ante up after Max says, "Oh, you can't win this time," but yet Heyman's like, "I beat you not once but twice last year, and you had to sneak around. You had to sneak around and get your title match and all this other stuff. So that's what you do, Max. You are a weasel, and as a man of his word, he said, if I can't beat you, at at Revolution, he will no longer, for as long as he lives, can challenge for the AEW Men's World Heavyweight Title, aka pulling out Cody Rhodes. And if you don't must know, Cody Rhodes did the same thing with Chris Jericho way back in 2019, and just set him up to basically be a mid carder, just mid carding for the AEW, such like that. So yeah. So either this is going to turn Hangman into a huge vicious heel, or he wins the title, or this is one way to write him out of the company or something. And in SummerSlam next year, he will be facing Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, which honestly, sure, why not? Maybe he's the guy in the box. He's a guy in the box that they were showing on Monday Night Raw, which at this point looks like it's so hilarious. Yeah. So yeah. Hmm. So yeah, it's this whole feud though, and I wonder, but it's not Texas Death Match. It might be something else as a stipulation. He was going to be like, "Oh, I want Texas Death," but might be something else. I would probably say a dog collar match. Maybe it won't be Texas Death because it's Hangman's match. So maybe something MJF will probably put in there, dog collar match or last man standing match, or maybe just a regular wrestling match. Who knows? So I think it won't be Texas Death. It will be something that Maxwell is good in. I think maybe something that will probably give MJF a pinfall, and then after that deflates the crowd. But I think you need something to bring people back happiness. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing, man? What's up, Go 10? How you doing? So yeah, I think that and Hangman and MJF probably are going to do something, a good gimmick match at Revolution. I don't think this is going to main event. I think it shouldn't main event because it will be a downer. Maybe it should be in the middle of a card or something like that. Maybe you should put this on a, something like, I need more of a positive vibe. I think Revolution should be an ending of, a cloud freezing happiness. So maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe Takeshita finally winning the the championship and breaking away from Don Callis. Maybe that is. Let's see. All right. But yeah, I think it's going to be like I said. I think this is going to be a match that is going to be good, though. I think it's going to be good. But overall, something that I think people are going to really remember. We're going to remember this match, and it's going to be either a happy moment or Hangman screwed up, which, well, wouldn't surprise me because Hangman always thinks of his heart, his emotions, and the emotions will burn you. Emotions can and will burn you. So, yeah, emotions can go, it helps you. Emotions can help, but they always seem to come back and hurt you in the end. As always, it's good to be passionate, but you have to know when your passions can overtake you. Yeah. But anyway, let's go and let's see. Yeah. But yeah, my pick is something I think Hangman loses here and it will start a downward spiral. And maybe Jet Set Radio will help him up and maybe he'll become the best trios champion. Or, the trios titles get lost to, I don't know. I don't know who, but it'll be very interesting. But anyway, I'm going to take a little break here. When we come back, we're going to be talking about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition today. The update drop, it is going to be a Nintendo Switch 2 edition and all the updates and everything else there. We'll be right back right after this. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff on this YouTube channel. All the good stuff here. Like, comment, subscribe, everything here on this lovely little thing here. We'll be right back right after this here, live on the Dukect Lounge. And when we do, we're going to do some lovely Nintendo, some video game news as well. So thank you so much for listening. We'll be right back right after this.
Outside on the corner where I caught the bus, thinking in my head it's colder than I thought it was. Sometimes life is like that, and you just quiver your lips, whisper a wish, hoping someone might give us deliverance. Now deliver this message, think I could live with this message. You could just give a few seconds to come and sit in my presence. And yes, it is so precious, yes, it is a blessing. Next, I'll attempt to express it with every heavy breath, cause just to make it worth it, and just to make it real, you always made it perfect, and that's the way I feel. Sometimes we think too much, and we lose control, but it's not what you know, no, it's who you know. Days that will not end, I'm sure you've had them too, wishing you're still in bed, and yet we have to move. This is what passion do, this is what passion does. It's on my planets too, start sending back the love. Snowflakes fell like a gift from the skies, and teardrops swelled when I lifted my eyes. And it was surely just brightness that had informing me, while the storm in the streets was adorned in the trees, and it clothed each branch with a layer of the purest snow. And this miracle was a little less than a year ago. Now summer's almost over, the weather's growing colder, approaching frozen soldiers, a Minnesota soldier. Backpack on my shoulder, days are shorter, I spend most alone. Still growing older, feeling lonesome though I'm close to home. I'm the city bus and both I'm closing on the open road. My soul is swollen though I'm holding on, and so it goes. And sometimes when it's dark, I look up at the stars, think about how small we are, but at least we have hearts, getting past my speeding cars. On these streets of ours, I want to be the cause for someone's grief to pause. Cause just to make it worth it, and just to make it real, you always made it perfect, and that's the way I feel. Sometimes we think too much, and we lose control, but it's not what you know, no, it's who you know. Days that will not end, I'm sure you've had them too, wishing you're still in bed, and yet we have to move. This is what passion do, this is what passion does. It's on my plan is to start sending back the love. I can't even get emotional, cause even though this road is negotiable, this is a road that chose going solo, feeling so low, when they don't know the things I'm supposed to know. But so I know some brothers that are rolling in the same road with the same goal, and they say focus. So just focus, and you're gon' quit, it's a long way to go, I'ma need y'all to go with. I just about let the shirt take sides, no matter what it is, yes sir, that's right. Even when you act like a dirtbag guy, the men never fall for sure, that's why I keep no accounts of flaws, keep holding out for y'all. People is all we are, you know I'm down by law. Cause just to make it work, and just to make it real, you always made it perfect, and that's the way I feel. Sometimes we think too much, and we lose control, but it's not what you know, no, it's who you know. Days that will not end, I'm sure you've had them too, wishing you're still in bed, and yet we have to move. This is what passion do, this is what passion does. And so my plan is to start sending back the love. Cause just to make it worth it, and just to make it real, you always made it perfect, and that's the way you feel. Sometimes we think too much, and we lose control, so it's all this for all of the fools we know.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much again listening to me, Duke CT, live on this lovely Thursday night. Remember, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and if you find a hype button there, go ahead and find it or whatever. This podcast is all around and everything else. I'm going to try to get more people to listen. I'm going to see if I can get on the. We're going to see if I can get on Spotify or something. Because hey, why not? Even though I don't use it. Try to get on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and everything else. I'm going to try to do that this year to finally move the podcast and get more people's eyes on it. Anyway, let's talk a little thing with eyes on it. Well, there's a new thing here. Let me just get this news here. Nintendo just dropped this morning. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive get a Nintendo Switch 2 edition is now available. Last year, Nintendo launched a Switch port of the excellent Xenoblade Chronicles, which just was one of those big beefy things that almost broke my Wii U, and it's still there, by the way. I still have both games, Wii U version and the Nintendo Switch version. It's a great game. You all would love it if you played it. It's great, and it's not. You don't need to Xenoblade. It's a side game, but yeah, and the best thing about this thing here is it's the Nintendo Switch version is going to be. I already own the Switch version, so it's like $5. Even though it'll be, if I do get the Nintendo Switch 2, I still have my old Switch 1, so I can't really. It's not much to do here. Switch. I mean, eventually, hopefully, I'll get a Switch 2. I just wish if you were like a Nintendo Online thing, you could just get it for free. But $5, I'm like. It's I think that's a little bit unfair. I feel like if you own the game, you should get it for free, a free update. It should be to reward people who do buy the game and such. But maybe they did this calculation, or maybe it's just inflation. I don't know. That's what I feel like. I mean, I have the online service. I think it should be a free thing. But if you don't have it, if it's a digital download, if you have version, it's like $64. So I think it's worth any penny, all the pennies. As the characters, the gameplay, and you play with it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. On the Wii, it was beautiful. On the Switch, is beautiful. And on this is going to be a 60 FPS and it's up to 4K, so it looks even more beautiful. It's one of the best looking games. Was one of the best looking games on the Wii U, and it definitely continues with the Switch. I highly recommend it. It's one of the best Xenoblade Chronicle games out there. And if you haven't played any Xenoblade Chronicles games, you should. 1, 2, and 3 are on the Switch now. I wonder if they are going to get any upgrades. Probably in the next couple. You probably get the next one in a couple of years and stuff like that. And not probably in a year or two, you'll see that. I wonder what Xenoblade Chronicles 4 is going to be. I think Xenoblade Chronicles 4 or Xenoblade Chronicles X2. I think that's going to probably happen. Maybe next year, next 2 years, or something like that. Maybe on a because I think the amount of soft is one of the most I honestly think one of Nintendo's best kept secrets and best they help with the Legend of Zelda series. They're building up the Wild Saga, and I think those games really help their spread and everything else. So if you have, like I said, this game is great. I highly recommend this game. The mechs, the characters, everything else in this game is great. I highly recommend this, and I wish that more people would, because again, it's a nice little, you can play it offline, you can play it online, great stuff overall. And if you have a if you have a Switch, you should get the original, the definitive edition, and the Switch 2 version. You should. Also, my favorite one right now, as always, I think the best one, if I played the Xenoblade Chronicles, if you had to rate me, I do like Xenoblade Chronicles 1. The way the characters, the story, the beginning, middle, end. I love the story and I love the characters. Let's see. What else? 3 I like, but the problem with the next 2 games, and I hate to say this because I like them, their beginnings are terrible. I hate the beginnings of it. I streamed them and I'm like, yeah, and I feel like I hate to say, because it's like this the Final Fantasy. Let's see, was it 13? Was it 11? No, 12. Final Fantasy 13. I think one of them were like, oh, 20 hours this game's good. And I made the same excuse for this game. And it does. It gets great after like the first couple minutes. But yeah, it drags. It does. But I still love Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and 2 and 1. All of them, and the DLC. I'm gonna replay them when I get all my stuff situated here in this new place. I'm gonna play them again. It's great. And yeah, I'll go play this. It's one of the best little stuff here. And I highly recommend the series as a whole, including all the Monolith Soft series. And by the way, speaking of that, looking at the stuff here for Xenoblade Chronicles, by the way, it's you can just look at the whole Xeno saga and stuff, and Xenogears and such, which if you ever play the Xenogears, it's a lot. And by the way, Tetsuya Takahashi, he put a lot of stuff in that, and he was just like all the stuff here. So yeah, he really did that. So he was if you ever look at his stuff, he is very prolific in the RPG stuff as well. So if you ever see if you ever play the stuff like the Xenoblade, Xenoblade stuff and Xenogears and the Xeno Saga, go play them. You won't regret. Anyway, that's the show for this evening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for checking in with me, Dukect. Thank you again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Anyway, it's Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.